Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for you for Friday, the 4th day of November, third day of Cheshvan. Here we go. We were doing with you some of the laws that apply to early morning before you have davened. Before you have davened, you're not supposed to be basically launching into a meal. You wake up, you face your Creator, you pray to Him, and then it's appropriate to eat. Okay, but what's called before davening? So you might have thought that it just applies at the crack of dawn. That's not exactly correct. It's a half hour before dawn. So if dawn is 72 minutes before the sun comes up, so a half hour before that, that's 102 minutes before the sun comes up. That's when you should not be beginning any meals. If you did start a meal long before that, then you are allowed to continue your eating up until dawn, 72 minutes before sunrise. But then when that time arrives, it's best that you then start putting your attention towards the davening that you're supposed to be doing. Some go way strict and say that this same law that I just said applies all the way back from the middle of the night. Not exactly midnight, but the midpoint of the darkness of night. Let's say that's 1 in the morning. So that would mean from 1 in the morning and on, no eating. But before you get all like bent out of shape over how hard that would be, because a lot of times there's midnight snacks or whatever. So typically, most people don't follow that custom, and most people follow the custom of trying not to eat near dawn before davening or half an hour before dawn. Drinking is more lenient, and there are people who allow like a good cup of coffee and things like it before davening, especially if it's needed to help you daven better, get you awake, and all that good stuff. For those of you who like to wake up early in the morning and eat in the early morning before a fast begins, so that's usually permissible. Speak to your rabbi about it, but most rabbis will tell you, yeah, just arrange, plan on that the night before, and say, I'm going to be waking up, 45 minutes before dawn. I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat right up until near dawn, and then at dawn, when the fast begins, I'll stop eating. Most rabbis will tell you that that's okay. From Alos and on, in other words, from 72, Alos HaShachar is what it's called, when the crack of dawn happens, from that time and on, you're not supposed to go out of your way to go over to your friend's house to greet him and say Shalom Aleichem, because your first thing of the morning should be speaking like that to God, but not going out of your way to meet friends, even if it's a parent or something. First, you do your main greeting to God, who sustains you every day, every minute, and then you could be greeting your friends. So you don't go out of your way to his house to be greeting someone before davening. If you meet someone in the street and you want to just say a quick hello or good morning, that's acceptable. It's just going out of your way to make a big greeting to someone like Shalom Aleichem, or to go to their house to greet them and everything. That's not considered proper before davening. Once you've said a little part of davening, like a couple of brachos or something of the morning, then it's considered like, okay, I spoke to God, and seriously, and then of course you'll finish your davening, but if you need to at that point say Shalom Aleichem to someone, that's not quite as bad. That's considered okay, actually, because you've begun talking to God, and that's what we asked you to do, and you did, so that's more appropriate. If someone says Shalom Aleichem to you in this period of early morning and he kind of either didn't know or forgot, you can respond. You could respond to him and spare him the embarrassment. You just don't go out of your way to say Shalom Aleichem to people to initiate that if you know the law before davening. And lastly, on the phone, speaking to anybody on the phone, most of the rabbis are lenient about that, and they don't consider it quite as serious as walking to your friend's house to say Shalom Aleichem to him. So any schmoozing that you may do on the phone in the early morning before davening, most rabbis consider that okay. Thanks for logging on, and have a great Shabbos, and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.